Hi everyone! At first glance, it doesn't look like there's much of an ingrown toenail problem going on here. However, when somebody comes in and complains about big toe pain, you need to pay close attention and figure out how to find the culprit of that pain. And I'm going to show you how to do that today. I'm also going to show you how great the angel foot file works, and this week it's going to be on sale on my online store, so go and grab one of these today. And I'm going to show you how to use red toenail polish so it doesn't end up all over people's skin, so stay tuned. Welcome to the Meticulous Manicurist Nail Tutorials. I'm Lori Halloway, Master Nail Technician, Salon owner, and author of Sheer Savvy, Secrets and Strategies for Successful Salon Apprenticeships. I'm setting a new standard in nail education utilizing real life, real situations for real learning. My tutorials provide explicit instruction for a thorough understanding of theory and technique. Join me by subscribing today to learn everything you need to know to be the best. Someone asked me a question in the comment section of another video if soaking the feet in warm water would make the skin soggy enough to remove, just as if you had used the cuticle remover, and the answer to that question is no. The cuticle remover has ingredients in it that's job is to actually dissolve dead skin so you can remove all of that dead skin around the nail plate easily. You always apply the cuticle remover before you trim and file the nail so it has enough time to penetrate into that skin to dissolve it as well. Now at first glance, when she came in complaining of big toe pain and I trimmed and filed her nail, it does not look like there's that big of a problem going on. However, you can see a teeny little indentation on the left hand side of her big toe, and that's where she says that it's really sore. So I'm going to use the pointed tip of this slanted cuticle pusher to clean underneath the nail plate to feel really gently what's underneath there causing her discomfort. And when I slide that tip of the implement underneath there, it runs into something. So I know that there's a little hook on the edge of her nail that's digging into her skin. And there's also a little bit of buildup. So just really gently, I'm going to lift the toenail to try to get a little bit of space in between the hook and the skin so I can either clip it or lift it up so I can clip it. So here I realize I do not have enough space yet, so I have to go back in there and lift it. I'm wiggling the implement so it doesn't cause her more discomfort. You just have to be really gentle. And then I find some more stuff too. So now I have it lifted up enough where I think I can get my tip of my nippers in there to trim it off. I've also uploaded the full version of this pedicure today, so those of you who only want to see the big toe and the problem toenail, this is the video for you. Everybody else that wants to see the full video, there's a separate upload of that. If you're wondering why I keep rubbing my thumbnail over top of this area, it's because sometimes the skin just needs a tiny bit of friction to come away and not just rubbing it with the cuticle pusher. I applied the callus remover to the bottom of her feet so it was soaking into the dead skin while I was working on her toenails, but this file I cannot say or give it the highest praises. It is my new best friend. I love this file more than anything. It makes my job so much easier. And when you're filing the bottoms of somebody's feet, you want to spend the least amount of time having it, because it's hard on your body. So you want to get that skin off as quickly as you can. And I'm not rubbing hard. I'm not pressing super hard. I'm letting the file do the work and the callus remover do the work. And this week only, I have it listed on my online store at a discounted price. So there's 3 different sizes. If you want to use it at home, you can use the Mini Pro or the small, and the one that I'm using here is the large Pro that nail technicians would want to use in their services. I want to take a second to ask you guys to leave me a comment and tell me what you thought about the video. If you have any questions, of course, ask away. But interacting with the video is how more people get to find my channel. And I'm always asking you guys to please help me grow my channel. There's that share button. You can share to lots of social media sites. I've uploaded the full pedicure and it only has relaxing music. So anybody who doesn't want to hear me run my lips the entire time, go check out that video. Always use your buffer block before you use your nippers, because a lot of the dead skin will come away with just the buffing, and then use your nippers to get off all those little tiny pesky pieces that are still adhered to the skin. Someone left me a comment, well, I've gotten a couple of comments in the past couple of weeks about different countries' rules and regulations in cutting cuticles. I'm not cutting anybody's cuticles, I'm nipping off the pieces of loose dead skin. There's a difference. People need to know the difference between what is live skin and what is dead skin. And after I'm finished, I don't think that it's in frame, there's a little piece of white dead skin on her 3rd toe that I go back and get with my nippers, because it's really hard to see very well when I have the camera so low trying to get everything in frame. And then after I move everything out of the way, then I can see better. So I do go back and get those couple little pieces of dead skin. Alright, let's talk about red toenail polish. Red toenail polish, for some reason, is the hardest color of nail polish to use. That's why they make nail technicians use it at state board when they do their practical exam. If you get a tiny bit of red polish on someone's skin and then you go to remove it, as soon as you touch it with acetone, it just spreads like lava and sticks to everything. So it's really hard to polish. I think, one, because you're so nervous you're going to touch their skin and get it all over, but it's really important to use super thin coats of nail polish and to press the brush onto the nail plate so your bristles fan out enough to cover all the way over to the edges, so you aren't pooling a lot of polish onto the nail plate, because that's when it runs and goes over the edge and gets on the skin. And as soon as you do accidentally touch the skin with the edge of your brush, you need to wipe it off with your fingernail or an orgewood stick or something, and then use a little teeny tiny art brush to go back and touch the skin and get the rest of it off. On your first coat of polish, get as close to the cuticle as you can, but you're going to get it even closer on the second coat. You don't want to spend a gazillion hours trying to get super close on your first coat, because if you touch the cuticles on your first coat and spend so much time doing cleanup, then you're kind of buggered. So you're going to get it close on the second coat. On these last two toes, you can see my little wiggly motion. I sit the brush on the plate and then scoot it up and go back and forth a tiny bit. I'm doing that motion to scoot it up closer, because trying to sit the brush close to the cuticle is when the polish is going to run all down into the skin.
So have you seen these, like, do you know who this guy, this comedian, kind of comedian, but he's like an Instagram personality named Zoe? He's so in my head now, I literally walk around my house going, I know she lying.
I know she lying.
Did you see the one where the woman's putting the bronzer on herself?
No.
Oh my god.
I just started watching him like 2 weeks ago.
It's a couple months ago. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I love him. He is
But I love when
I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to visit my channel. I hope you've chosen to subscribe. Here are some other great videos for you to check out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.